Have you ever posted a fundraising appeal on social media only to raise about 20 bucks and that was from your aunt? Meanwhile, you see other nonprofits pulling in thousands online and wonder what the heck are they doing that I'm not? Here's the thing. They're not just lucky. They're using a digital fundraising strategy that actually works. And I call it the digital donor path. And it's way less complicated than you might think. So today I'm breaking down the 5 components of this digital fundraising strategy so you can raise more, reach more, and finally stop feeling like you're just guessing every time you try to raise money online. And this isn't theory. So I've been fundraising since 1994, back before online donations even existed. And I've helped hundreds of nonprofits build strategies to raise way more. And today I'm giving you the exact digital moves I teach my students. So let's dive in, because your website is the first stop on the digital donor path. It's your digital hub. It sets the tone, it guides the journey, and if it's not working, the rest of your strategy doesn't stand a chance. So picture this. You're about to head out on a hike, excited, motivated, ready to reach the summit. Maybe you've got your parrot in your backpack, but right at the start, the trail is blocked by a giant boulder. No signs, no markers, no idea which way to go. What do? You turn around fast, and that's exactly what a potential donor does when they land on a confusing, outdated website. No matter how passionate they are about your mission, if the path isn't clear, they'll leave before they ever make a gift. Your homepage should be designed for your primary user, not your board, not your history, and definitely not a catch-all for every program you've ever launched. So here's an example. If you run a domestic violence shelter, your homepage should be about helping someone in crisis feel safe, informed, and ready to take action. It should naturally answer their questions and provide resources that they're looking for. Your fundraising campaigns, volunteer info, and about section should all be easy to find, but they shouldn't crowd the path meant for the people you serve. Clarity beats clutter every time. So instead, let's create a dedicated landing page for your fundraising campaigns so you can walk donors through a focused journey of their own, while your homepage continues serving those who need help. So let's say you're running a social media fundraising campaign and you're posting compelling stories, you've got the graphics, but where are you sending those people? You don't want to just bump them over to your homepage. Instead, send them to that dedicated landing page that is simple, focused, and built around your campaign. It should have the same look, feel, and messaging as the post that got them there. So my goal, if someone clicks on your post intending to donate, say $20, I want that landing page to be so compelling that they decide to give $50 or $100 instead. So how do you do that? Well, you start with bold, emotional headlines that tell them exactly what their gift will do. Use powerful visuals, real people, real impact, and eliminate the distractions. Keep it clean. But I also want to build trust immediately, because donors decide in seconds whether your organization feels legit or not. And if something feels off, they're gone. So add testimonials or quotes from someone who's been directly impacted by your work. Real voices build real connection. So display your logo, any relevant certifications, media mentions, or partnerships. These are your trust badges. Now, I also want to see this landing page be a fundraising engine. This page isn't just informative, it should be designed to convert. That means every element is working to turn interest into action. So embed the donation form directly on the page and keep it above the fold, meaning donors shouldn't have to scroll to see it. I also like to use pre-filled giving amounts with context. So instead of listing numbers, add some meaning. You could say $25 equals 1 meal kit for a family, or $100 equals school supplies for 10 kids. When people understand what their gift does, they're more likely to give and offer one-click monthly giving options, as well as one-click payment options. This is why I always recommend using a professional platform. This isn't the place to DIY. A good platform looks polished, keeps donor data safe, and makes the giving experience fast and frustration-free. Finally, guide the next step. The moment after someone donates is just as important as the moment they gave. So instead of a boring thank you message, I like to redirect them to a special thank you landing page, one that feels personal and intentional, that celebrates the donors. So I like to use warm human language and let them feel the impact of what they just did. Plus, I invite them to stay connected. A Super important thing to add is a prompt to join your email list or follow you on social media so you can continue to nurture that relationship. A strong thank you page turns one-time donors into long-term champions. So don't waste that moment. Step number 2 on the digital donor path is email fundraising. If your website is the digital hub, your email is your digital connection. You know that moment when you open your inbox, you see 127 unread messages and you just start mass deleting? Donors do that too. But here's the thing, email is the heavyweight champ of digital fundraising. So here's what savvy nonprofits are doing right now. First, deliver value, not just appeals. If every email you send says please donate or is a boring newsletter, your readers will learn to ignore you. Instead, make your email something people want to open. So I like to send at least one email a month, and I build a value-based content plan with fundraising appeals sprinkled in along the way. I don't treat email like a boring newsletter. I treat it like a monthly value stack, something helpful, insightful, and maybe even a little entertaining. So here's one example. One of my students absolutely nails this. His emails are packed with humor, insights, and real value. I actually look forward to getting them and reading them. He gives me a reason to open every single one the moment it hits my inbox. And that's the goal. Give before you ask. Now, this one is an ask, but I love how he framed it because he knows his audience. He used humor and a little bit of vulnerability. But this system builds trust before you ask. Value is what turns subscribers into loyal donors. Also, nail the subject line with a hook. If your subject line doesn't grab attention, the rest of your email doesn't exist. So here's some quick tips. I like to lead with curiosity or intrigue. Now, Preston's subject line wasn't spring newsletter or important update. It was the audacity. I mean, gold. Then in the first 2 lines of the email, hook them fast. Think of this like the opening scene of a movie. You've got about 5 seconds to make them care. So use a compelling stat, a short story, or a bold problem solution line that pulls them in. And finally, consider crafting an email welcome series to guide new subscribers from curious to connected. So when someone joins your list, start strong and build that relationship. So here's an example. When someone signs up for the email list, they get email number 1, the warm welcome. No ask, just a heartfelt thanks for joining our community and something like a story that draws them in and makes them feel like they're part of something bigger. Next month, email 2, the mission deep dive. Now that they know who you are, show them why it matters. What problems are you solving? What kind of change are you creating? Next month, email number 3, social proof plus impact. So share a short testimonial, photo, or mini success story. Reinforce that people just like them are already helping and it's working. Finally, email number 4, the ask. Now that they trust you, invite them to act. Make it easy, make it specific, and give them a reason to give right now. This is how you turn subscribers into supporters step by step, email by email. Number 3 on the digital donor path is social media, your digital community. But first, I want to drop a social media truth bomb. Most nonprofits struggle on social media because they don't create content that actually resonates. They post their flyers or donation asks or sponsor thanks, but they're not giving people a reason to care, engage, or share. And here's why it matters. When you post on social media, the algorithm doesn't show it to everyone who follows you. It shows it to a small test group first, just a handful of your followers. If those people engage, especially if they share, save, or comment, the platform says, this is valuable. And then it shows it to more people and more and more. But if the first group scrolls past it without doing anything, game over, the reach flatlines. So what's the best way to grow your reach and actually get in front of potential donors? Create content worth sharing. That means content that's inspiring, so stories of transformation, hope, and human resilience, or useful tips, how-to, or quick insights that make someone's life easier or better, or anything that creates emotion, posts that spark joy, outrage, or empathy, or pride. And the best one is be relatable. Content that makes people say, yeah, that's me, or I felt like that too. And you don't need to go viral. You just need to connect, and connection starts with value. So ask yourself before you hit post, would I share this? Would it stop me mid-scroll? Would it make me care? If the answer is no, don't post it, rework it. Also, show up consistently and engage. Social media is like a needy houseplant. Ignore it and it wilts, but give it regular care and it starts to thrive. The same goes for your nonprofit presence online. You don't need to post every single day, but you do need to show up consistently. Algorithms reward accounts that are active, responsive, and relational, not robotic and silent. And more importantly, your followers notice too. When they comment and hear nothing back, they feel ignored. But when you reply, you build trust, you spark connection, and you remind them there's a real human behind the mission. And step 4 on the digital donor path is digital ads, which are our digital outreach. So have you ever felt like the internet is reading your mind? You look at a pair of shoes once, and then suddenly those shoes are following you around everywhere like a lost puppy. I mean, on Facebook, Instagram, even in your email. That's not magic. That's retargeting ads. And nonprofits can use the exact same strategy to bring donors back to your site and turn casual visitors into committed supporters. And here's the best part. You don't need a massive budget to make it work. You just need a smart setup and the right message. Studies have shown that retargeting visitors are 70% more likely to take action than the first-time visitors. That's huge. So let's say someone visits your donation page but doesn't give. No problem. You can show them an ad later that says, "Still thinking about helping? Here's how your gift changes lives." That gentle reminder, it could be the difference between a lost opportunity and a brand new donor. And if you haven't already set up Facebook Pixel and Google Analytics on your website, these tools are like X-ray vision for your digital strategies. They show you who's visiting your site, where they're dropping off, and how to bring them back. Once you know what's working and what's not, you can stop wasting ad dollars and start turning more clicks into actual contributions. Step 5 on the digital donor path, online fundraising tools. Now that you've built your digital foundation, so you've got your website as your hub, your email connection, your social media community, and your ad reach dialed in, you're ready for the final step on the path. Online fundraising tools, your digital destination. This is where your fundraising strategy starts working for you. From peer-to-peer campaigns and text to give to online auctions, Zoom fundraising, and fully virtual or hybrid events, there's never been more flexibility or more power in how nonprofits raise money online. And the best part, these tools don't just amplify your reach, they activate your supporters. They turn fans into fundraisers, followers into donors, and one-time givers into long-term champions. You don't have to do it all alone anymore. Plus, I have a whole playlist with videos on each of these digital fundraising strategies, and I'll throw it up at the end. Because with the right tools in the right place, your community can help spread the word, raise funds on your behalf, and expand your impact far beyond your current audience. And if you're looking for a platform that brings all of these tools together in one place for one low monthly price, let me introduce you to Click and Pledge, the sponsor of today's video. Now, Click and Pledge includes not only beautiful high-converting donation pages, but peer-to-peer campaign tools, text-to-give options, Zoom and video fundraising, and so much more. Plus full Salesforce integration, transparent pricing, ultra-fast payouts, and rock-solid security. It's one of the few platforms I personally trust, and I've dropped a link in the description, so check them out for yourself. And thank you again, Click and Pledge, for sponsoring this video. So there you have it, the digital donor path, the exact steps smart nonprofits are using to raise more, grow faster, and stress a whole lot less. So let me know which one you're going to try first. Drop it in the comments and make sure to subscribe so you never miss a weekly tip. And if you're serious about fundraising, I left a link for information on my coaching in the video description. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.